Hi, so this is my look inspired by Madam Mim from The Sword and the Stone. She's the villain in this movie. So, this is what I would guess if Madam Mim was not a cartoon and she was a human. This is what I would guess she kind of looks like, plus with purple hair. So, that's it. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, because Madam Mim was of an older age, I'm going to start by using this camo quad by CueTheSunx's and just accentuating any imperfections on my skin to make myself look older using the darkest shade here and just a flat concealer brush that has a fine point to it, and just wrinkle my forehead so I can accentuate any lines with the darkest color where they might be. And other imperfections on my face, and just get that general idea like you're making an outline of where you want everything to be on your face. Okay, so what I did was I drew in all the lines that I might have on my head naturally just by like scrunching up my face in different directions, and I put concealer in under my eyes and on my nose, and because she has like a big bulb shaped nose and mine is pretty pointed, I put like bronzer in a circle around the edges of my nose to try and make that look lighter so the light reflects it and it looks more like the kind of shape that she has. And I also tried to really accentuate around my mouth and right here under my, like where my natural chin is, because she has a big huge double chin, and I want to try and make that stand out a little bit. So you can see right here right here that I just accentuated a lot going down under my chin to try and make it look bigger. And I also drew in around my circles, or in my cheekbones, and then brought it up and around to make my cheeks look bigger and puffier. And when I highlight and go over this with a powder, that's exactly what it's going to look like. My camera and my lighting kind of washes out what I do a lot in videos, but that's basically what I want. I'm just going to take a glue stick, this one's by Scotch, but anyone will work, and I'm just going to rub it in like against the grain of my hair, like against the way my hair grows, and just get a little bit on there. I'm just trying to use the edge so that I don't mess up the makeup that's on there already. And I'm just trying to give my eyebrows some texture because she has really big bushy eyebrows. And some of it I'm going to brush downwards, some of it I'm going to brush upwards. Just, you know, to change the direction of my hairs. If you have to, you can use like your fingernail or something like that. I do not want them to look brushed out, so I'm not going to use an eyebrow brush. And I'm going to put like a couple layers of this on, just for the texture. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the CueTheSunx's Camo Quad again, and in the lightest two colors, I'm just going to highlight the different areas where I want the wrinkles to be, and I'm just going to highlight right under them or next to any lines that I drew to try and make that stand out a little bit more. I switched to an angled liner brush just so I can get a little bit more of a precise line. Okay, now pop out. I'm just going to blend everything a little bit, and I'm going to use my hands. With the eyes for blending it, I'm just going to tap on it lightly because this is such a smooth concealer. I don't want to blend it all off. And when you blend, just make sure that you blend with the line, not up or down in any direction, because we don't want more dark than light. So just blend in like whatever direction the line is. Like these ones I'm going up and down. The forehead, like you saw, I went across them like this. With the eyes, I'm once again just going to tap. With the concealer palette, I'm just going to white out my lips too, because she doesn't have any lips. Okay, so as you can see that I've already started doing, I'm taking this e.l.f. Healthy Glow bronzing powder in matte bronze, smaller side of this, to really accentuate those lines that I drew before with the concealer, because I'm going to go over my entire face with the lightest powder I could possibly find in my collection, because she's kind of pale, to really make them stand out when I do that. So I'm just kind of contouring anything that might be popped out a little bit. On the inside of the corner of the eye, it's really important to get darkness in there. The opposite of anything that you would want to cover up, you basically want to accentuate. I didn't start out with any type of cover up or anything like that when I started doing this tutorial. Now around the mouth, I'm just gonna accentuate her frown line. And I'm going to take the fluffier part of this brush, and I'm just going to really make this part of my cheeks look like it's popping out like this side is. So I can smile a little bit to see where I put that contour powder before. And the opposite of what you would want to do when you're bronzing, instead of doing a straight line back and forth like this, I just want to really make it look like I have super chubby cheeks. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is taking this L'Oreal Hip Cream Eyeliner in black, and I'm going to be going back in with that same angled eyeliner brush that I used before. Basically, you're just going to take any hair that's out of place, and because the glue's there, there's a texture, and you're just gonna accentuate those hairs, and in every like weird direction that they're going in, and I'm just using like small tapping motions. The next thing I'm gonna do is take the e.l.f. pressed powder in Buff, just a medium like dome shaped brush, but I'm gonna pat the powder and just put the powder over the darker areas to set it. Close my cheeks here to really make that other area pop, and just lightly tap it over where any lines are. Now this shade of powder is just a little bit darker than my natural skin tone. Take that same powder brush, and I'm going to take CoverGirl True Blend Powder Foundation in Classic Ivory, and this is the lightest color powder that I have, and I'm just gonna buff this over my entire face, and I'm really gonna concentrate it on my cheeks and on the tips of my nose, because those are areas I want to be super light. And on my chin too, because she has a huge chin. But I'm buffing this over my entire face. Before I move on to the next step, is just take this powder, and where I would normally apply bronzer to make my face look thinner, I'm just going to put a lot of this really fair powder, which is probably under here, to really make this area pop out. So, the last thing I'm going to do is my hair, and that will take way too long, so I'm just going to do that off camera, and I'll be right back.